Hi, I'm Ben Blau, and I'm here with my good friend Dan Sperling. And Dan has volunteered to help me out with something that I hope you'll find interesting. I'm into psychological obscurities, right?
Yep.
And most of us have heard of what they call type A and type B personalities, right?
Yep.
And most people think that that came from some, the annals of clinical psychology somewhere. But the truth is, and I was very surprised to find this out myself, is that the terms type A and type B personality were invented by two cardiologists in the 1950s to describe what type of person is more likely to have heart trouble as they age. But having this approach to typology is not absent from clinical psychology. Sigmund Freud in the 1920s, for example, identified what he believed to be three main personality types. And his eventual rival, Carl Jung, identified what he believed that there were 8 distinct personality types. And many psychologists, even today, subscribe to Jung's belief that there are 8 distinct personality types. So in theory, if one could know the personality type of the person that they're dealing with, one might be able to predict how that person might behave under certain circumstances. So that's what I'd like to test, okay? But we need some very important specialized equipment for this, okay? So one thing that I have here in my bag is a pad of paper, okay? And I also have a little pair of scissors here. And I believe in my pocket, I've got something to write with. Okay, so this is our laboratory. Okay, don't laugh. I had to apply for a special grant to get funding for this, all right? So let's start this way. You just try to just cleanly tear out one sheet of paper, if you don't mind.
Alrighty.
That's great. And take the piece of paper and fold it in half and crease it well. Do that as cleanly as you can, please. Can you unfold it in half again the other way and crease it? No, just keep it like closed.
Oh.
And then fold it the other way. You got it,
Quarters,
okay. Into quarters. Crease it, and then into quarters again the other way. Okay. You got it. And the reason that I did this is deliberately because I wanted to create a situation where we have 8 distinct little spaces or compartments there, okay? Now, keeping within Jung's theory, we're going to make use of the numbers 1 through 8, okay? And I'm going to ask you to fill in each one of these spaces with all of those digits 1 through 8. But it's imperative that you do not do this in any particular order, okay? This has to be without any thought at all, without any pattern, without any rhyme or reason to it. As long as you don't skip any digits and as long as you don't repeat any digits, all digits from 1 to 8 represented, and you can get started on that right now.
Okay.
I don't even care like what order you do it in. Okay?
Good.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you happen to know how many different ways you could possibly have filled in this information?
10 factorial.
Not 10, it's actually, you're a smart guy. A lot of people don't know about factorials, but in this case it's 8 factorial.
8, I'm sorry.
So the truth of the matter is that there are 40,320 possible ways that you could have organized these digits in this particular case, all right? But would you believe me if I told you that the manner in which you filled them in reveals to me just a little bit of something that I need to know about your personality?
Okay. Would I believe you?
Would you believe me?
Probably.
Okay, well, we're going to put that to the test because I'm going to write something down. Some information that I think is specific to you. And I'm not going to show that to you quite yet, okay? I'm going to leave it right here. And okay, so the next thing is going to happen with my back turned, okay? And you are going to fold this up into one packet. But I want to point out to you that there are, just as there are many, many ways that you could possibly have arranged these digits, there are a comparable number of ways that you could possibly decide to refold this up. It's like map folding, right? On the one hand, you could fold it in half this way. On the other hand, you could fold it in half this way, right? You can do what they call, for example, like an accordion fold, where some of the numbers end up on the inside and some of them end up on the outside. I would like to request that maybe by the time you're done, that none of the numbers show on the outside, just because I don't think that would be that wouldn't be fair for me.
Okay.
But you can just choose any random manner of folding this up that you like, and those are my instructions, okay?
Okay. Okay.
You got it? Okay.
Yep.
Can you hand that to me, please? Because I'm going to do the next part for you, because this is the dangerous part, okay? So I am going to just trim around these edges just to get rid of the scraps. And what that leaves us with here is effectively 8 little slips of paper that have numbers on them. Now, some of those numbers are going to be face up, some of those numbers are going to be face down. You get the idea, right? It's all dependent on the manner in which you chose to fold them up. I'm going to hand this back to you, okay?
Okay.
And what I'd like you to do, please, is to separate those slips of papers into 2 separate piles. Any slip of paper that happens to be face up, I'd like you to place it into one pile, and any slip that happens to be face down, place it into a separate pile.
Okay. Okay.
None of them have stuck together or anything like that, have they?
I don't believe so.
Okay, fine. So there's 2 piles of paper right there, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let's begin with the pile that nobody knows, the one that's face down, okay?
Okay.
Could you please pick those up
Okay.
and arrange them almost like you're playing a game of, like a card game, so that you can see all the numbers. If any of them are upside down, just, make them all right side up, and, okay. So you're holding right now just a group of numbers that is a product of not only the 40,320 different ways that you could have arranged those 8 digits on the piece of paper, but also the practically incalculable number of ways that you could have chosen to fold up that paper. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So right now, the numbers that you're looking at could be a group of possibly 4 odd numbers. It could be a group of even numbers, or some combination, right?
Yep.
For some reason that I'm getting that this is a combination, isn't it? You got a combination of odd and even.
Yes.
Would I be correct in saying so?
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
Do me a favor and count down out loud from 8 to 1.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Excellent. Could you please concentrate on the largest valued number in that group?
Okay.
I'm going to name the number that I think it is, and if I'm correct, you just take it out, place it on the table, okay?
Okay.
Okay. For some reason, I'm sensing that there's a 6 in that group. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, take that out, place it down on the table, okay? So you've got a few cards left there, right? It's still a combination of odd and even. I know that, and I don't know why I'm sensing 2 even and 1 odd. So just focus on that odd digit, okay?
Okay.
If I'm correct when I say so, you take that out and place it on the table. That's a 1, is it not?
It is.
Okay. Look at the other 2. You've got a couple left.
Yes.
Okay. You want to focus on the larger one or the smaller one?
Larger one.
The larger one. I'm getting a 4. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Place it on the table. And the last digit is, oh, this is almost a guess. I think it's a 2.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I got them all. Okay, fantastic. Was this the group that we? No, was this the
Sorry,
group?
yes.
Okay, this was the group. So these are just the cards that were left over, right?
Yeah.
All right. Can I see them? Okay. So is there any way that I could have known, based on how you were going to fold up that piece of paper, exactly which digits were going to be left over? Right.
Right.
Okay. No way I could have known that, because you could have folded up the paper in any way you wanted to, right? So here we have a 3. right?
Yep.
That's a 5. This is your writing. I didn't change any of these,
Right.
right? So what's 3 plus 5?
8.
8, okay? What is 8 plus 8?
16.
What is 16 plus 7?
23.
23, okay? There's no way that I could have known we would have ended up with these, right?
Right.
But I did say at the beginning that the choices that you've made gave me a little bit of insight into the way that I think that you may have behaved under these particular circumstances. And you may recall that I wrote down some information that was specifically for you before any of this transpired, okay? It's on the very first sheet of paper there. Why don't you take a look at what I wrote and then show it to the camera?
Dan's number is 23. Got me?
Thank you, Dan.